everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, then we're glad to have you back. It's good to see you again. If you're new here, then welcome for the first time. I'm your host, Lady Jenkins 007, and today we'll be continuing the Gun Workshop series and taking a look at one of the most unique SMGs available in Modern Warfare, the P90. While the gun may not be unique to Modern Warfare when compared to all other SMGs I've used in a variety of shooters, it still stands out as an oddball. Coming with a 50-round, no exception, magazine chambered in a bizarre 5.7 by 22 mm ammunition that sits on top of the weapon, it is instantly a recognizable weapon. My husband remembers using this weapon in Battlefield 4 and mentioned how it reminded him of the paintball guns he uses when he goes out with his friends. Meaning it's funky and doesn't really hurt that much. Thankfully, the recoil is almost non-existent. Before I hop into the builds, however, I'd like to ask that if any of you viewers would like to see a specific weapon appear in one of these Gun Workshop videos, please comment down below what the weapon you'd like to see next. Who knows, maybe I'll read your mind and do the one you want without asking for it. We'll just have to wait and see. For my super close range build of the P90, I present you the Mosquito. Built entirely for close range battles, we start off with the 1MW laser for a stealthy hip-fire enhancement. Next, we use the unique FSS ring sight specific to the P90 with absolutely no ADS speed penalty and a clear, tight sightline. After that, we'll use the unique fly strap stock attachment for the ADS speed boost. Sleight of Hand is next on our list, certainly not a choice you typically see on this channel, and we round things off with the stapled grip tape for ultra fast handling. I not so lovingly deem this build the Mosquito because of its relatively annoying nature. It is still supremely stable for an SMG, but without many stabilizing attachments. This build kicks more than I'd like, especially at medium ranges. Trying to set out a medium, or heaven forbid, a long-range fight with this build will leave you frustrated as the damage drop-off for the P90 is short and drastic. The intricate reflex sight unique to this weapon is a nice addition, however it basically has no ADS speed penalty. Looks clean and helps you keep on target far more than the iron sights ever will. This build is good sometimes for Standard Multiplayer, primarily on smaller maps like Shipment, Shoot House, or even sections of Gun Runner. This build will do you no favors in Ground War or Warzone. My longer range P90 build, if you can call it that, dubbed the Reaper, is certainly the better of the two builds to use. It has better range by far and boasts even less recoil than the base P90. It sports a monolithic suppressor for increased range and sound suppression. The Forged Tack Retribution Barrel greatly extends our range and controls our vertical recoil. Sleight of Hand again makes an appearance because the weapon still reloads too slowly for me. Stippled grip takes up the rear slot for the usual reasons, and the unique rubberized foregrip decreases our vertical recoil, basically acting as the P90's version of the operator foregrip. The Reaper, my long-range variant, is, in my humble opinion, the best build for the P90 in terms of overall usability. The monolithic suppressor and the retribution barrel both work together to extend our damage ranges, which relative to the P90's already poor range is a great improvement. The barrel then also works with the rubberized foregrips to keep recoil down to a bare minimum on the weapon with virtually no recoil to begin with. What one could complain about with this build is that it's slower to ADS, which may be true when compared to the base P90 despite the stippled grip tape working to mitigate that. What you have to keep in mind is that the P90 already has crazy fast ADS time, so this is slight damage to it isn't really that all noticeable. This build feels like it takes far fewer shots to kill when compared to Mosquito, and that's mostly due to the range extensions and the fact that the weapon becomes a laser to the point where hitting limbs almost never happens. This build is honestly usable in all three game modes. While it may not be the top weapon for Warzone, the naturally large magazine capacity and the fact that it is a long-range suppressed SMG means this can certainly function as a backup weapon for an assault rifle or an LMG. After all my testing, I concluded my work on the P90. While not a bad weapon, I echo my opening remarks on this gun. It's funky and doesn't do a lot of damage. The large magazine is always nice, no matter what gameplay you're playing, but it always has the same problem: low damage. You can certainly laser someone with the use of the Reaper, and the Mosquito has its up-close uses. I just feel there are several other SMG options out there that would certainly do the job better. I feel the AUG is better up close because of the higher damage profile, while the use of the Striker 45 has shown me that the SMGs can still be viable at relatively long ranges. Overall, I'm just not impressed with the P90. If I find it in Warzone, will I use it? Sure, why not? It's ground loot, so none of that is fantastic anyway. If I'm completely out of ammo in multiplayer, will I grab it? Of course. However, will I choose it to put on a class for anything other than these gun workshops? That's a negative right there. And with that, I thank you very much for making an end to this video. If you like what you saw and heard, feel free to give it a thumbs up using that button down there. If you want to hear more from me, that subscription button is just begging to be pressed as well. And if you think people you know might benefit from this, be sure to share it and spread the word. I appreciate your time and really hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you're having a good day and I hope your week is awesome as well. This has been Lady Jenkins 007. I look forward to seeing you next time and I will see you later.